Welcome, Pastor Allison Bengfort. Thank you for accepting being here. We're going to engage in a short conversation. The purpose of this video conversation is introducing you to leaders in the Oregon Synod as the new pastor of San Andrew in Beaverton, Oregon.
Yes.
So thank you. Yeah. How long have you been there as the new pastor?
2 months.
2 months.
Yes.
Wow. 2 months. So what moved you? Let's start with that. What moved you to respond to the call from San Andrew, Beaverton?
When I started to look into St. Andrew Beaverton, I heard that it was open before I even received any paperwork. And I went to their website, and one of the first things I saw was what they call their care values. So they have 5 values, and they're called care values, and they are God care, earth care, neighbor care, community care, and self-care.
I like the hand, no? Well, it's
Yes.
5. Yeah,
5.
hand is very useful. I always remember also for preaching or for giving when I speak, 5 topics always is easy to remember.
Yeah, so it's those 5.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was super excited about that because it reminded me of my childhood, because I grew up going to a Christian church camp in Iowa and called Camp Shalom. Yay. And the pastor there taught us about having 3 primary relationships, not 5, but 3. And the 3 were your relationship with God, your relationship with others, and your relationship with the earth. So very similar to the 5 that St. Andrew are talking about. And as a kid, I really resonated with that idea of attending to those 3 different relationships. And I even played games as a kid, where pretend games. I pretended to I made up this club that I would play with, my imaginary friends. And the club was focused on those 3 things. It was, we would have worship together, and then we would learn about an environmental issue. And then we would learn about some sort of social justice issue. And then we would plan some sort of action or service based on those.
How old were you?
I think probably middle school.
Middle school, 10, 11, something.
Yeah, let's see. 6th
And you were
11. Yeah.
Cultivating the leadership energy.
Between 10 and 13. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember asking my mom, who was a teacher and she had internet at her school. I would ask her to bring home articles from the internet that taught about poverty and homelessness and different things, because I wanted to understand it better. And so that's what this club was. It was based on those 3 things: God care, earth care, and care of others. And so when I saw that on the St. Andrew website, I was just like, this is me. These are the things I've always been passionate about. And I've never seen a church, lay it out in the way that they did, and have it be as closely resonant with that formative experience as a child. So it was really exciting.
From those 5, is there one of them that move you or is calling you more right now in this time of your life as a leader, as a pastor?
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a certain one that's calling me more, but definitely coming to St. Andrew has caused me to notice that of those relationships, it's been a while since I really attended fully to my relationship with the earth. I've in my adult life, I've focused more on community and social justice issues that have more to do with people. And as a kid, I was really passionate about the environmental crisis and wanted to really do something about that. And I had, and my organizing and my work as a social worker before becoming a pastor, I've focused more on the care of neighbor and community. And so I'm really excited to return to that care of earth. And I'm especially excited to see how I can return to that now with the community organizing training that I have now, and bring that to that issue. How can we organize for change? And also, I'm curious about how we can make that relationship a two-way thing. Like, how can I be changed by my relationship with the earth? Like, how can I let the earth, how can I be attentive to what the earth has to teach me? And how can I listen to the earth and be changed by the earth? Let the earth care for me in addition for me caring for the earth.
Oh, that's so caring for the earth is one of that you feel like move right now.
That I feel
Okay.
moved to attend to right now.
Yes. Well, it's inevitable for me.
Inevitable. Got it.
Inevitable. Yeah, thank you. I have my mind is like, oh, I want to talk about this. I want to talk, but inevitable to bring here Sarah Lose, Director of Disaster Preparedness and Climate Resilience, because we are all fostering, like working through cohorts about climate resilience. And I hope San Andrew is part of one of the cohorts, right?
They are. Yep. St. Andrew had a core team that participated in the climate resilience cohort this past year.
Excellent. And have you seen any fruition through that work, or the relationships from San Andrew has been expanded to other organizations?
Yes. So basically the cohort happened before I started because I just started 2 months ago. But at the very first council meeting I attended, we got to basically finalize one of the big projects that core team had been working on. And that project was developing a relationship with the Red Cross. Excellent. And becoming an official disaster response center for the Red Cross. And so we actually voted on the agreement at council, like my first week here, to approve that. So basically, if there is a climate disaster or any kind of disaster that American Red Cross would be dealing with, they know that we are one of the spaces that is willing to open our doors and host them for free, to use our space as a center, as a resource center. So people can come to this space and receive all the resources the Red Cross is providing in that
That's
kind of
beautiful.
situation.
That's beautiful. And that's very beautiful that there's an agreement with the Red Cross based on the work through the cohort and expanding relations. So that's wonderful. But the effort or the bringing the San Andrew as a space of healing, supporting, solidarity, all of this in the future in case of a disaster.
Right. This is just in case of a disaster.
In case of the disaster, but right now in the present, is there a tradition of San Andrew also engaging in this type of effort?
Well, the St. Andrew is located on a decent amount of land, and so they are really bringing native plants back to that land, and caring for the land literally, the earth that we're on. And they've done some work on looking at the history of this land, and I look forward to learning about what they discovered there. And they also have a rich tradition of supporting other people, local and far away. They're very involved with Lutheran World Relief. The ingathering for Lutheran World Relief is going to be hosted here this fall. It's hosted here very regularly. So there's a lot of like making food and collecting food and collecting and making clothing items, and providing resources, material resources to the people around us and around the globe too.
Thank you, Pastor Allison. I'm glad that you are shedding light upon all these energy qualities of a community that now you are part of and leading as a pastor. Thank you. Is there something that you would like to see more in the synod? When talking about the synod, sometimes people think about the bishop's office, but we are talking about the synod, people who work together, ministry projects, congregations. Also, I would like to see people synod, no? Like it's very big, whatever. Yeah.
It's like the church is not a building, the church is a people. The synod is an office, the synod is the people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I would just love to see more and more churches engaging relational organizing, sacred organizing, community organizing, whatever title or strand of that tradition, because I think it transforms congregations. It makes them it makes congregational life so much more meaningful when the people have deeper connections with each other, because that's what that organizing does. It invites us to actually reflect on what's going on in our own lives below the surface, and then invites us to share that with other people. And that really strengthens connection. It like kind of puts connection on hyperdrive. Like you can really connect more deeply, more quickly, if you're willing to practice sharing that. And then it sets us up to be able to share that and listen to the hearts of the people in the community around us.
Yes.
So that then any service or justice activities or worship activities, all the activities that we do can be grounded in that deeper level. And so I think it just makes everything we do so much more meaningful, and I think brings us closer to the kingdom of God.
Yes,
it's really coming out of those deeper places.
Yeah, we are working, all of us, in more collaborative efforts grounded in spiritual friendship, we say, but that deeper connection, as you said. Thank you. Is there, let's say, a resilient memory that you can bring as a wish, as a blessing for leaders, all leaders that are working together in these efforts in the Oregon Synod with others? Is there something that you would like to bless the people who want to see this video, watch this video? Sorry.
Well, I'm guessing the people who watch this video are, like you said, leaders across the synod,
Yes.
Lay leaders and roster leaders. And so the thing that comes to mind for me, probably one of the most moving things that I've been blessed with or told, when I left my first call congregation in the Metro Chicago Synod, I received notes and letters from a number of people sharing with me like the way that my ministry at that church and their relationship with me had impacted them and had, changed their view and like opened them up and deepened their spirituality, and stirred them to act on their values in ways they hadn't before. So I like received all these notes, and when I received all of those, I realized like it reminded me of a line that I think is in the ordination charges or blessing or something about, or maybe it's some sort of blessing, may your work not be in vain.
Yes.
And I felt like receiving those letters, it was like, oh my gosh, like my work here has not been in vain. And it can be really discouraging to work in ministry a lot of the time. And so I think I would like to give that blessing to all the leaders in the Oregon Synod, that your work may not be in vain, and the reminder that it isn't in vain, that there are people affected by it. So please, may your work not be in vain.
Yes, we received that blessing, Pastor Allison, and I'm so grateful for having you here, and we are walking together. Blessings to you as well, and see you soon. I hope in at Bishop's convocation. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe sooner. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Pastor Allison.
Thank you, Juan Carlos. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.